Hello everyone, this is Swamp here, your favorite hobbyist producer. Today, I wanted to do something similar to the album tier list video, but make it a bit more fun. If you're a fan of K-pop, check out the album tier list linked at the end of the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to see when I upload next. Without further ado, let's go over our tiers. At the top we have Kill Me, next is Super Annoying, followed by Depends on Their Day, Depends on My Day, usually not annoying, and never annoying. This is based on my own experience growing up in the public school system as a band kid myself, which means that there may be instruments I don't talk about since we were too poor of school to afford a full band class. To kick this off, I will be placing the tuba section at never annoying. I don't know about other kids, but when I was growing up, the tubas did so little in our songs that they would just play on their phones the whole class until their parts came up. Next up is the bass guitar kids. I was one of these kids, and we also didn't get much to play, just like the tuba. However, I do admit that we would stray away during downtimes and play popular riffs, so I can see that getting annoying. We only had one bass clarinet, and while his instrument manners weren't annoying, his personality sucked. Usually he was pretty quiet, so I think Depends on Their Day fits this best. Another easy one, anything that is percussion goes into Kill Me. Their personalities sucked. They were riddled with ADH, which, same, and would be the #1 section making us stop and retry a song. If it was downtime, us in the bass section had to dodge flying broken pieces and drumsticks. -10 out of 10. Clarinets are next. While the people were usually quite reserved and shy, they constantly would squeak during practice. Hearing that squeaking sound gets annoying quickly, and for me, the tone of the clarinet is not good, no matter who plays it. I'm going to say it depends on my day, as I was able to tune it out most of the time. Next is the saxophones. We had a couple altos, one tenor, and one bari. The altos will go in the super annoying tier, as if the percussion wasn't making us stop every 10 seconds. Then, it was the altos. They also squeaked a lot, sometimes more than the clarinets, and those squeaks felt more piercing. The tenor was fine, also very quiet, and was quite good at playing, so you rarely heard a squeak. The bari was me.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
I played multiple instruments in the class to fill needs. I am annoying as a bass player, let alone as a bari player who loves the sound of a low A note. I'm placing this at Depends on My Day. Trumpets are next. They go straight to super annoying. They may not have messed up a bunch during practice, but to start the song was a nightmare because of them. Constantly having to wait while they messed around playing random, shaky notes. During downtimes, they are usually the loudest as well. Trombone is next. We had 3 of these, and they were all the stereotypical nerdy students loaded with acne. They were not the best players, but could survive enough to not really make us pause. They go in the never annoying tier. Flute is next. For our school, they were only annoying if someone joined the pre-existing flute section with a bad personality. The flute were usually quite the clique and uppity, so anyone who got in the way of them performing well was usually socially shoved out to a different instrument. I'm placing them at usually not annoying. Then we've got the French horn. We had only one for a couple years. Then we had 0. He was never annoying, usually very quiet, and played well. French horn goes into the never annoying tier. Lastly, we baritone. They were like the tubas, in that they didn't get much to do, so they sat on their phones. However, they were quite chatty and would make us wait for them to stop talking to move on. I have placed them on Depends on Their Day. That is it for the instruments that we had in my school. Would you rate anything differently? Let me know in the comments what you want to either talk about next or rank next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for the next time I upload. Until then, happy playing!